Hello, my name is Greg Gualtieri. I'm president of Pendulum Audio, a company based in New Jersey, US, and we make a line of vacuum tube studio products, including mic preamps, compressors, equalizers, and other pieces that people use to make records and record music. Here today we're showing a couple of our pieces. One is the OCL2, which is our opto compressor. It's a vacuum tube compressor that uses an opto cell that's very fast, unlike most opto compressors, something that took me a couple years to design. My background as a physicist gave me the impetus to be able to design a cell that didn't have many of the problems and difficulties that typical optical cells had, like LA2As. It's been a very successful product for us, especially a lot of mastering houses, because it's the kind of compressor that has a certain euphonic nature to the sound, but it's not heavily colored. And also it tends to work in a way that you can't hear it working, which is very attractive in certain applications and maybe not so attractive in others. This unit here is the Quartet 2. This has a collection of vacuum tube circuits in it. It's a channel strip, and it has 3 individual elements as well as an element that acts for peak limiting. The first element here is the vacuum tube mic preamp. It's the same preamp as our MDP1 stereo mic preamp, but in a mono format. It has a high-pass filter, also has phase reverse as well as phantom power, and a pad. Has input and output control, so like a guitar amp, you can run the gain very high and back off on the output to add increasingly amounts of harmonic distortion if that's what you like. This segment feeds into an equalizer, which is a Baxandall style active equalizer, and it has selectable frequencies for the high and low band in 3 positions, and it has a 6-position rotary selector for the mid-range band. You can place, with the flip of the switch, you can place the EQ before or after the compressor. This compressor circuit here is our standard OCL2 circuit, only implemented within the channel strip here, and it also gives you the ability to have presets in terms of the time constants, as well as have full manual control. And unlike our variable mu compressor, it also has a ratio control, which gives you a bit more selectability in terms of the type of compression you'd like to use. Within the compression circuit is our de-esser circuit, and this de-esser works off of a different principle than most other de-essers. Many de-essers are configured like a side chain in a compressor, which pulls down the S by pulling down its amplitude. In this unit here, what we do instead is pull down the frequency at which the S is occurring. We have a very sensitive detector that detects the frequency band where the S is, and it will pull down that S at that specific frequency. In addition, we have a depth control, and what that does is it allows the user to select how much of the S they prefer to leave in and how much they like to leave out. Quite often, amplitude de-essers suffer from the fact that they pull out the entire S and you can't tell that it's an S. It could be an F or something else. In this case, you can dial in exactly how much of the S to leave in, and by doing that have a vocal, for example, that sounds much more natural but without the S difficulty.